A very warm good morning to all my dear students. You know that as we are doing chapter number 14, we are on the last topic of this chapter, where in the previous topics we have discussed about the chemical effects of electric current. We have also discussed about the conductors, insulators, about the modifications of the electric tester, and we have also learned the classification of liquids as good conductors and bad conductors. We have also discussed about ions, electrolytes, voltmeter, electrodes, electrolysis. Today we are going to discuss a very small topic, that is uses of electrolysis and uses of electroplating. These are the two topics that we are going to discuss now. Let's start our topic. So we will be starting with the uses of electrolysis. See beta, first is extraction of metals from their ores. What is the use of electrolysis? We have already discussed that the decomposition of an electrolyte when an electric current is passed through it is called electrolysis. Now, what happens when the electric current is passed through molten solid sodium chloride? Sodium is deposited at cathode. We have already discussed that cathode is a negative terminal and chlorine gas is evolved at anode. So aluminium and potassium are also extracted from their ores by electrolysis. So this is the one use of electrolysis. Second use is manufacture of chemicals. So electrolysis is used for the manufacture of chemicals which are used in industries in large quantities. Basically, it is used in the manufacture of oxygen, chlorine gas, hydrogen gas, etc. The last use is refining of metals, or we can say electrolytic refining. Why it is called electrolytic refining? Because the refining is done with the help of electrolysis. This is electrolytic refining, means refining by electrolysis or purification by electrolysis. Electrolytic refining is most important and widely used method of refining metals. Many metals like copper, zinc, tin, silver, gold and nickel are refined by this method. So electrolysis is also used to purify water. Now the next topic that we are going to discuss is electroplating. It is a different method. Plating means to cover something. So electroplating means when we plate something with the help of electric current. So the method of coating the metal surface with a layer of superior metal with the help of electric current is called electroplating. See beta, we will discuss one activity in this. To perform electroplating of an object with copper. Now what we have to take? We have to take a glass beaker as shown in figure. So we have taken a glass beaker, a copper strip, this is at anode, a battery, copper sulfate solution, connecting wires, a switch, a sandpaper, dilute sulfuric acid. So all these things are required to perform this activity. Now what we need? We have to fill 3/4 of the beaker with copper sulfate solution, and then we have to add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid in the solution. Connect the copper strip to the positive terminal of the battery. Now we will see what happens. Clean the iron strip with sandpaper and connect it to the negative terminal of the battery through a switch. Now dip the copper strip and iron strip in the acidified solution of copper sulfate. You have to take care that they should not touch each other. Switch on and let the current pass. What we will see? We will see that the current pass switch. We will see that the deposition of a thin red-brown layer of copper on the iron strip. Now we will discuss how it happens. When copper sulfate is dissolved in water, it forms positively charged copper ions and negatively charged sulfate ions. So, when an electric current is passed through the solution, we know that what happens? The cations move towards the cathode and anions move towards the anode because they move at the opposite direction. At cathode, the copper ion gain electrons supplied by the electric current and form copper atoms which deposit themselves on the surface of the iron strip. Now, what happens at anode? The sulfate ions do not get oxidized. Instead, copper atom in the copper plate loses electrons to form copper ions, which goes into the copper sulfate solution. Thus, we can see that anode loses copper atoms to form copper ions, and cathode gains an equal number of copper ions to form copper atoms. So therefore the anode slowly dissolves into the solution while a layer of copper gets deposited on the cathode. So the sulfate ions do not take part in the chemical reaction. Thus copper gets transferred from the anode to the cathode, forms a reddish brown iron strip. See what happens from here. See, this is the figure. This is cathode and anode. Let us see. Here it is anode, it is cathode. This is dissolved and this is deposited here. This is the thing that is going to happen. So now what is the uses of electroplating? First purpose is decoration. Metals used for making jewelry like gold and silver are very expensive. So, the artificial jewelry made from the less expensive metals is electroplated with more expensive metals to make them look expensive. So, this is the first use of electroplating. Second is protection. Iron objects are electroplated with chromium, nickel, or zinc to protect them from rusting. Okay, so this is because chromium, nickel, and zinc do not corrode easily. Chromium plating is done in many objects such as car parts, water taps, kitchen utensils, gas burners, bicycle handle bars, and wheel rims. So, in electroplating factories, the disposal of used conducting solution is a major problem. This is because these conducting solutions are acidic in nature and they also contains various type of salts which may be poisonous. So the conducting solutions used in electroplating are polluting way and should be disposed of proper way following the specific disposal guidelines to protect our environment. So it's not like that only we have to think of ourselves, we have to think of the environment also. So you this chapter is completed, you need to read this topic carefully. Thank you.